Hi guys, how you all doing? Hope you're keeping safe and well. Make sure you're washing your hands. And I thought it's time to do another update. What other big topic is there? There is, of course, COVID-19 coronavirus. So I thought it's time to do another update on what's happening with the car industry and what's happening with cars in general because of the impacts of this coronavirus. Didn't do an update yesterday because didn't feel like it really, to be honest. Feels a bit down actually, because this stuff is really starting to hit home now, isn't it? We're all pretty much, I mean, I hesitate to use the word lockdown, that's not the right word, but we're all kind of in isolation at the moment here in the UK. Today is Saturday and it's 20th of March 2020, and the shops are as pandemonium as ever. I mean, seriously, people, calm down. I was out there earlier today trying to pick up nothing, not to stockpile or anything like that, but just to pick up some stuff that we're running out of, and it's like bare shelves. It's ridiculous. It's just crazy out there. I wouldn't be surprised if riot starts soon. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, so back to the car industry. Before I do that, make sure that you are subscribing. There's a logo here. If you're watching this on desktop, hover over that and subscribe. And on the mobiles, just scroll up and hit the subscribe button, and then hit the bell notification so you get all the updates on all of these videos. Hashtag BCG Daily. If you want to see the previous, I think I did about a couple of these already on Corona. I've done loads, but particularly on this subject. So I thought let's just bring you up to speed on what's happening. There are more closures. Again, like I said, car industry has pretty much come to a halt. More have announced that they're closing. Bentley Motors has announced that it's closing until April the 20th. That's in the UK. Volvo is the Belgium plant is going to be closed until the 5th of April, or has actually already been closed and is going to stay closed until 5th of April. The Swedish and US manufacturing plants are closing from 26th of March till 14th of April. A little bit of good news there, though, and I'm going to try and focus a little bit on good news because, come on, we need our spirits lifting up a little bit. Volvo actually earlier this month it says, they reopened 4 manufacturing plants in China after an extended closure there, and they say, and this is dated, I think this is today's press release, today's showroom traffic is indicating a return to normal in China's car market. So that's actually a good sign. So I mean, China has had this problem since middle of January. So middle of Feb, middle of March, a couple of months, yeah, definitely. And another, again, more good news. There's the engineering consortium now that includes car makers, which are coming up with an emergency ventilator prototype. Ventilators, of course, is what the medical institutions need in order to help those that are more seriously afflicted by this disease, which thankfully for most people is relatively mild. Some people don't even know they've got it. And for most people, it's just like a mild flu. But for some people with who are elderly and who have underlying health problems, for them it can be quite severe to deadly. So ventilators is one thing that the government said it was short of. And here we have several companies working on it. There are 3 teams led by aerospace engineer Meggitt and automakers McLaren and Nissan. So they are both involved in this to pursue the rapid production of ventilators. A source within the manufacturing situation said that a prototype would be available next week and manufacturing would start within 4 weeks' time. McLaren is looking at how to design a simpler version of a ventilator, which is very McLaren, isn't it? And Nissan is trying to support the existing production of ventilators. Meanwhile, in Italy, Ferrari and Fiat Chrysler are also in talks with, I think that's CR Engineering, the country's biggest ventilator manufacturer, to see if they can help boost production and again try to save more lives. And it doesn't seem to be entirely deterring car buying as well, this coronavirus, because according to buyacar.co.uk, they say that actually they have seen an increase in conversions on their website. The website traffic is higher on their website than it was a year ago, and people are actually buying cars, and Buy a Car is arranging contactless handover of cars. That's interesting. I don't know how you do that, but anyway, that's what they're doing. So they are, because they actually, I think they deliver cars. So once you buy it online, you get it delivered. So I think people are like staying at home, but they still want to buy a car. Actually, if you think about it, the fact that interest rates, I think yesterday were dropped to 0.1% by the Bank of England, which means across the board interest rates will drop, might be a good time to buy that car, actually, if you're thinking about it. I think And a lot of people are. Meanwhile, Lamborghini has announced that it had the best ever year. Its best ever year in its 56-year history in 2019. The turnover grew by 28% from 1.2 billion to 1.81 billion euros. And sales increased by 43% from 5,750 to 8,205. Granted, though, I reckon, because they say almost 5,000 Uruses were delivered, that's the SUV, were delivered to customers. Record performance in EMEA, it is Europe, Middle East and Africa, and America and the Asia Pacific market. So they're really getting going, although I think they are adjusting their projections already for 2020. Having said that, for example, a little while ago there was news about some special edition Civic Type R's, the limited edition, which is a lightweight, track ready sort of version. Just 20 of those were due to arrive in the UK, priced from 39,995, which is about 7,000 more than the regular car if you include the performance pack, the better spec. So 33,000 for a good spec Civic Type R. But these are nearly 40 grand, and they were only 20 in the UK, and they're all sold. They're all gone. Before even the customer saw them, they're gone. So if you're planning to buy one, sorry, too bad, they're gone. So anyway, that's good. Civic Type R, of course, is also getting a bit of facelift, and there will be a revised version with some better spec and better equipment on it coming up as well. So there you go. That's what's happening in the world of automotive. Yes, it's come to a halt, but no, it's not entirely bad news. Automakers are doing their bit to help, and it seems that once this passes, things do return to normal, despite some of what the media is saying at the moment, like, oh, this could last for the whole year, this could last for, I'm like, yeah, but in China, which has been the worst by far, although Italy had more deaths yesterday than China, they seem to have come over that, and they're starting to resume business as normal, so can't wait for that, particularly as several cars I had lined up for review next month have been cancelled. So so if you follow me on Instagram, and please do, #BrownCarGuy, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, browncarguy.com as well. Make sure you're following all of those. I normally post up when I'm doing this car, and you won't see anything for a while, I'm afraid. But however, don't worry, because I actually had a backlog of car reviews that I needed to produce, both videos and written copy, for British Asian News, for browncarguy.com, and motoroverload.com. So stay tuned, there's plenty of content coming through, don't worry about that. So yeah, and hopefully things will get back to normal soon. So anyway, you guys stay safe. Don't go crazy in the shops, look after yourselves, and hopefully see you again tomorrow.